From the land of the rising sun comes the fiercest fighters, the hardest hits, and the brightest lights in pro wrestling. Joshi isn't just wrestling, it's heart, passion, and rebellion, packed into every single match. So lace up your boots, crank up the volume, and get ready to dive into the world where idols become icons and legends are born in the ring. This is where passion meets punk and wrestling meets pure chaos. Welcome to the Cult of Joshi with your host, Raja and John.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Cult of Joshi. I'm your host, Raja, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, John.
Hello.
And we have returned after one of the biggest weeks in wrestling every year. Mania week is finally over and done with. We've made it, folks.
Yeah, dog. Wow, we watched everything.
Oh, we watched so many things. There was so much to watch, and this year, everyone was on their A game for Mania week.
We really enjoyed it this year. I mean, honestly, sometimes it's a slog.
It is. It can be.
And we watched, like, basically everything.
Yes, like Collective, the Palm Fest shows.
Yeah.
Literally everything we could get our little grubby hands on because we love it.
We watched a lot. And like Roger said, there was a lot of really good stuff, man. I'm telling you. It's, I gotta say this at the top of the show. It's just funny. So we've been watching Hikaru Shida in her return to AEW and, you know, week by week having a few matches and stuff. And it's obvious that she's been doing a little split Bret Hart, Canada, I'm a babyface, America, I'm a heel kind of thing with her Japanese, you know, cutting in her promos. And she's like, oh, it's really nice here. It's lovely, you know, blah, 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 Japanese. And then she comes back. And of course, Mina Shirakawa was, you know, like, hey, don't trust her. Did you see what she said?
About feeding Mina Shirakawa to her cat? Yes, I saw that.
So I knew that there was something about a cat in there, and I didn't know what it was, but it was really funny because I seen Fightful post it, and I laughed so hard. Just
the fact that she said that on
when she's like, well, after I get done with Mina, I'm going to feed her lifeless body to my cat.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just like, this could possibly be one of the most ingenious characters since Timeless. Yeah,
because Chris is there and she doesn't understand the Japanese. She's just like, happy to be here. I don't know if she's happy.
I love the right in your face, you know, with the smile on your face. It's like one of the reasons I like the Misfits as a band, because it was all happy 50 doo-wop surf sound and stuff, but they're singing about murder. You know, it's like I've always loved that weird
Right.
In your face.
It's the juxtaposition of like being all happy, but also saying like the worst out of pocket stuff. Mariah used to do that to people.
Yes, exactly. But you know, the Collective, spot on.
Oh, amazing.
Palms, probably the most awesome shows.
Well, we're a little biased because of one of the shows on there.
Well, I mean, I think that, and I know we're going to talk about it, I don't think there was a better show than Stardom.
I mean, obviously, I have to agree. The Stardom show knocked it out of the freaking park and was the show I enjoyed the most, personally, watching it all the way through.
However, low expectations are a breeding ground for high satisfaction.
Yeah, but it was so good. Like, the matches were good. There was story.
It was. American Dream, just normally production-wise or something. And production on everything this year was really good.
It was.
Poor
Everyone
Veda
was doing great.
Jesus Christ. How many shows did Veda Scott?
I think I saw that she called 10 shows
over the
course
more than 10.
Of, I mean, she was everywhere. Like, every time we turned on a show, it was like, there's Veda, and it's like, she's at the Collective, now she's at the Palms. I don't know how she did it.
Yeah, I mean, she was all over the place.
She's a beast.
And there was a few really good announcers that were all over
Jordan
the place.
Castle out there doing his thing again this year. Like, of course, Dombrowski doing his thing. Like, everyone.
Listen, Joe Dombrowski
Bravo.
has a soft spot in my heart just because of his love for classic pro wrestling. And I just like the guy. Very nice guy.
Yes.
And he really does some work on classic wrestling. If you've never paid attention, go find him on social media, because if you like anything in history, he has put together all kinds of like compilations and stuff you just don't find other places. So I'll throw that out there. But let's talk about some of the stuff we saw.
Yes, we're not going to go like super in depth about everything we watched. Obviously, there was so much, but there are some cool things that we saw over the course of Mania week, specifically with women's wrestling, because, you know, that's what we love here, Joshi and women's wrestling in particular. Like at the CMLL show, we got to see a really awesome title match between Persephone and Tessa Blanchard.
Oh.
Like, they killed it in that match.
Dude, Persei is
She's a star.
She is a star. She's on her game. But let me just say, man, Tessa Blanchard, dude, it might be, you know, it might be time to give Tessa a chance somewhere.
She's so talented.
If people like booing her already,
yeah,
you know, how much do we have to put somebody through? What's the appropriate
right
term limit here? You know, if someone's come out and like we're all idiots.
Of course.
Right?
We're all human.
There's not a human being out there that's not a moron and an idiot and says stupid shit and does stupid things. We all grow, right? Day after day. I know I do. I am a much better person. I'm always embarrassed by last year.
Yeah, like, it's like, ooh, I can't believe I did that.
I'm a much better person day by day.
Yeah.
And I'm not celebrating, not forgiving. I don't care. I'm just saying,
yeah,
as far as pro wrestling goes, she obviously is really good. Helped make this match really, really great.
Yes, exactly.
But Persei is a star.
She is. Persephone was all over the place that week, the whole week, and into this week even, like showing up on Dynamite and stuff. But we had a little death match show, like right off the bat out of Vegas week. This was El Desperado's show, of course, Death Vegas Invitational. And this featured the tag team match where Dragon Kid and Starlight Kid teamed up once again to take on El Phantasmo and his mystery partner, who ended up being Micah.
Yes.
And not just Micah, but Micah trying to work the Maki Ito match.
It's one of the strangest things I've ever seen.
It was really crazy.
It was so weird. Like, it was almost like, I don't know, man, like if a character didn't show up for a play.
Yeah. It's like the understudy is in, but they're like totally different than the person that you were expecting to see.
and the other understudy is a world champion, you know? Like, it was really fun, but it was strange.
Yeah. And we've talked about how much we love seeing Micah have fun, but seeing her like red belt Micah in here doing like the headbutts and like the cutest in the world stuff, it was really funny. But El Phantasmo and Micah did win this match. Unfortunately for both kids, they did not get the win here, but It was a really fun match. And this match also featured a little Rini Yamashita, of course, in a death match. She teamed with Masashi Takeda in the main event of the show against both teams of Nick Gage and Matt Tremont, and Jun Kasai and El Desperado. So that was a bloody affair.
Very bloody.
But I want to give a shout out of my own here because we need to talk about Shotzi Blackheart and her performance across the 9 shows that she worked on WrestleMania week. Like, dude. And every single one, she killed it. Like, she's so good.
Dude, Shotzi Blackheart needs to be on the television.
Yes. Weekly.
Every week. And not somewhere that it's hard to find. I'm just saying, Shotzi in AEW would be fantastic.
I agree.
And
she would fit right in.
She's just so good. She's so smooth. You're right. Her work is just so there. She's fun. I like her because of the paranormal thing.
Yeah, that makes it even better, doesn't it?
The fact that she hunts ghosts is just like near and dear to my heart, obviously.
Yeah, so some of the matches we got to see her in was in House of Glory. She had a title match against Charlie Evans that she won to retain the House of Glory Women's Championship. She was in the opening ladder match of Spring Break 10 along with Viperous. You know, is the grab the brass ring ladder match, and Shotzi and Viperous may have shared a little smooch in that match on top of a ladder.
I think Raja has a new crush.
There was a lot of kissing going on over the week, okay?
Viperous is on the list now. So.
Viperous was everywhere as well. Like, we saw her multiple times this weekend. Shotzi and Viperous, of course, also both in the Immortal Clusterfuck at the end of the week, you know, the final collective show.
They weren't kidding about Immortal this time.
Like, oh my God.
Like the everlasting... You know, God dang.
Not only did the show start an hour late,
they
had a cage match before the clusterfuck.
Oh, Jesus Christ,
and then We had to wait another hour after that for the match to start.
Me and Raja sitting there waiting for this damn thing to start.
At like 4 a.m. We're like, what on earth
I was
is happening?
tweeting Brian Alvarez to go start the damn thing up. And
it's like, get in there and do something.
Yeah.
We also saw Shotzi in the MLP show in a really great 4-way women's championship match with Giselle Shaw, Persephone, and Killer Kelly. Killer Kelly being a late addition. It was supposed to be a 3-way match, but Giselle Shaw did hang on to her title in that match. And then, of course, on the other side of things, there was a little blood sport where Miyu Yamashita made an appearance against Janai Kai. And then we had Shayna Baszler versus Natty Neidhart. So many women.
God damn, that blood sport show.
It went a little off the rails, I think.
Dude, that blood sport show had some. Somebody forgot the worked part of work shoot.
Yeah.
I mean, there was some knockouts in that thing, and I don't care. They can try to cover that shit all they want.
Yeah, like knees to the face and stuff.
You can't put on goofy face like that.
Yeah.
You know, there was some crazy stuff.
There's no faking the cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs look, is
exactly,
there?
very much so.
Natty actually busted Shayna Baszler's nose in their match with a punch to the face. That was pretty crazy to see all that blood. But overall, Mania Week really delivered. We had a lot of fun. The clusterfuck ended up being won by Shotzi Blackheart after we saw a High School Musical rendition led by Becca and Kingsley, you know, the singing queens of the wrestling world. Sean Ross Sapp himself came out to attack Shotzi Blackheart because they've got beef, but then Brian Alvarez gets in there and takes out SRS after, they obviously have beef because they're competing wrestling journalists.
Of course.
And there was a really fun moment where Maya World eliminated D'Lo Brown. Like, this match every year just delivers the craziest moments.
It was just so much. It was a lot of fun, though.
It was. And it goes on for so long that sometimes you get a little lost in the sauce along the way. But that's what it's about, right? You just got to enjoy it for what it is. And there's always surprises and always crazy things that happen. But Shotzi coming out as the winner on the final collective show kind of just felt apropos for the weekend, you know?
Absolutely perfect.
It ended in the perfect way.
I agree.
But we do have to talk about the reason for the season, the reason we're all here in Vegas in the first place, that being WrestleMania. 2-night event of WrestleMania, Saturday and Sunday. We had a total of 4 women's matches over the course of the 2 nights, 3 on the first night and 1 on the second night. And WrestleMania as a whole, I think I'm not going too far out of left field saying this. The pacing was awful. The wait time between matches, just, oh my God.
So
I can't handle it.
So, all right. I'm going to do this.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Just go for it.
So, Raja and I live in a world where we hate tribalism. You know, it's one of those things that pro wrestling for me was my best friend when I didn't have one. It was my security blanket that I cried myself to sleep in at night many, many times, being for real here. All I ever wanted was to be a pro wrestler. And when I got that chance and got that opportunity to do that, that meant the world to me. No matter what injuries, no matter what happened, and being part of it in any capacity at all, you know, for many years and having local fun and success and everything. And all of it, it just means so much to me. Every federation, everything means the world to me because we're able to see it, able to enjoy it, able to share it with others. And wrestling is for everyone. That's another thing I just love about it. You know, like I've said before, the first time I walked into a locker room was when I really felt for the first time in my life where everybody is accepted for who you are. And everybody is your brother and your sister and all this stuff. So I always try to give respect for the people doing it. It always means a lot to me. I hate to shit on stuff unless there's no other alternative. We've reached that point. So, with that said, the very fact that I have in the past laid in an intensive care unit with my frontal lobe pushing into my front of my skull and a doctor telling me I could be dead if I ever took another shot to the head, and going the following Saturday and losing my title, so I did it the right way, I think I have the opportunity to say what I'm going to say. WrestleMania is a worldwide phenomenon. It has been since 1985 when it first started. And there's been great ones. There's been not so great ones. But they're always fun. It's always an escape. It's not even our cup of tea, man. We don't even really like, because the style in New York, if you will, is let's do a move and let's sell it, wait around. Not even sell it. let's wait around, let the cameras catch it. Let's show it a few times. Let's do it another move. Just the pacing, the whole thing. It's just not, but it's still, at its worst, it's still an easy watch. It's entertaining. It's fun. You got the little celebrity mix in. You got some stuff like that. And you've got entertaining, fun matches. You sometimes have an incredible match that's thrown in there. And that's always been fun. Think Ricky Steamboat and Randy Savage, or, how many others. And you got the WrestleMania moment. I'm sorry, I love you. You've got those moments. You've got The Undertaker losing his streak. You've got so many amazing things. It's a spectacle. But somewhere along the line, when TKO and everybody got involved in it, it's a money grab. And this year, we've seen little things, right? We've seen little things between Saudi Arabia and all this stuff they've been doing. And even the apologists who want to be tribalistic, so no matter what happens, it's got to be right, not wrong. Everybody had a really hard time with the fact that the damn commercials on something you're paying for this service, okay? You're paying for the service just to be able to watch. The commercials were so egregious. The commercials was so much, so bad, so long. The wait time between matches, the matches being rushed and short, matches, female, women's matches we were waiting for.
That's the one I'm most mad about.
we're waiting for would just cut so short. And they could have been incredible, but it was nothing that you wouldn't have seen on a Raw or a SmackDown. And yes, they came back a little in night 2, but that's not a big bar to go up on. Not a big bar. And what had to do with criticism on night 1. All this stuff they've done in the last couple of years with turning people heel and then all of a sudden going, actually, he's not a heel. He's a babyface. Or starting all new things, or throwing Pat McAfee in at the last second and then shitting on their own fans and calling them marks. Using the term mark on television is one of the worst things I've ever seen. Now, it's been done, obviously, in a few places, okay? And I hate it every time I hear it. Because mark means a dumbass.
Yeah.
That's what it means. It means you're a dumbass that believes it. We all believe it. We want to believe it.
Yeah, I mean, the origin of the word is from the carnival, where they would have chalk on their hands.
Yeah.
They would mark people on the back that are like easy targets to scam money out of. Like, that's what it means.
Exactly. You're a mark. So this year, man, it broke something inside of me, and it really did. And because of those men and women that fought their entire life to get to that point and have their quote unquote WrestleMania moment. When you go in there and you do it, and you're in there for 5 minutes, and there's interference or something like that, this was bad, man.
It was bad. Especially night 1 was very bad. Like, the women's matches total, the 3 women's matches that they had on night 1 totaled 24 minutes for 3 matches, and that's like, what are we even doing at that point? The match that had the most build out of all of them, Liv Morgan versus Stephanie Vaquer, went 6 minutes and 50 seconds. What are you talking about?
We were actually excited for that because Liv Morgan did such an amazing job.
Yeah.
Liv Morgan's anger on the shows, go-home shows, where they had to pull her away and she had the crazy eyes, and man, you don't see that anywhere anymore.
Yeah.
That was like peak.
She's screaming like a banshee.
It was like peak Julia.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Julia.
Oh, Julia wasn't here.
She-
There was no Julia.
I'm just, I don't know. I'm very let down with the whole thing, and it sucks for a lot of people. But holy crap, it's just such a big deal. It's not just another show.
Yeah. It's WrestleMania.
They have to fix something.
I think in some instances there was like almost an hour of like break and wait time between matches, like with talking and commercials and everything. And in some cases, like poor Dragon Lee got his entrance cut, his very cool entrance cut from WrestleMania so they could show a commercial. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand where we took a wrong turn, but we need to backtrack like real quick.
and you know, the Raw after Mania was really good.
It was.
And they had all these new angles and stuff, and they were all so amazing. But I've got this problem. When you do something traumatic to me, just because you take me for a Big Mac afterwards,
You apologize.
I had made the comparison of WWE being like an abusive boyfriend.
Yeah.
Because they say some really bad shit to me.
Yeah.
And then treat me like dog shit.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, hey. Hey, you love the bloodline, right?
You want CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes, right?
Yeah. That would be cool, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it?
And with Cody Rhodes' like nasty bruised face from getting kicked.
And then I'm like, yeah, it would.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. All right. And I hate myself for it.
Yeah, I mean, WrestleMania. Okay, so a few little good things. Okay, we'll point out a few little good things.
Thank
you. The first women's match was for the tag titles. It was Nia Jax and Lash Legend defending against Lia Valkyria and Bayley, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, and Brie Bella and Paige. Yes, Paige. It was Paige here.
Yes.
She returned to WWE to be Brie Bella's partner because Nikki was hurt. And surprise, surprise, Paige and Brie Bella won the tag team titles in this match. So, like, I think it was really funny because they were like, who would have thought Paige would ever return to WWE? And then they, like, smash cut to a guy in the crowd with a Paige's back sign. It's like, wow, way to just kill the commentary on that one.
And I mean, and she's one of the ones that you got to be happy for because she was always supposed to be there.
Yeah.
You know, they wouldn't medically clear her before, and it was good for her to go somewhere else, I think, though, you know, and get
Prove
that.
she can still do it.
Yeah, get that exposure and stuff, but that's where she belongs.
Yeah, I agree. Also, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, my favorite entrance gear of the entire WrestleMania.
So awesome.
The moth butterfly juxtaposition.
God.
That moth gear that Alexa was wearing is my favorite gear she's ever worn.
Did you just say juxtaposition for the second time in the same show?
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's the title of this episode.
You can tell that I'm in a mood.
That shows we need to start titling episodes. I wanted to do that, and so
I'll just call the episode Juxtaposition.
Yes.
Now I can't even say it.
yeah, okay.
For the Intercontinental Championship, Becky Lynch defeated AJ Lee. She did cheat a little bit to win the title, but the man is back on top of with a title. And then the third match on night one was for the Women's World Championship. It was Liv Morgan versus Stephanie Vicaire. There was interference from the Judgment Day to help Liv out, but Liv did end up beating Stephanie to become the champion again.
So I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
Who do you think is, regardless of federation, since 2000, let's say 2015, who's the greatest women's wrestler on the planet?
The greatest women's wrestler on the planet?
Yeah, since let's say 2014 or 15.
Oh my goodness, that's difficult.
Let's just do the last 10 years.
Okay.
Who do you think work rate and overall just who's the best women's wrestler?
Mercedes Moné?
Okay. Do you think Io Shirai is in the top 5?
Yes, Io is definitely up there.
Okay. Do you think Julia is in the top 5?
For what she's done in Joshi, she's definitely up there. I don't know about worldwide, though. She's like probably top 10, though.
Okay. It's just crazy to me. What about Kairi?
Yeah, there wasn't any Joshi on WrestleMania.
What
Not
about,
a single Japanese
what
wrestler.
What about Asuka?
Yeah.
It's just crazy to me.
I know, I was really disappointed that we didn't get to see any of them, especially Io, who's like a WrestleMania staple at this point.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have an Io Sky match on WrestleMania?
It's just nuts to me.
She's not even in the tag match.
Yeah. Anyway.
It is nuts. And I thought about that as well. I was like, there's no Japanese wrestlers at all, which was sad. But, I mean, I guess they're just not at the WrestleMania level in their storylines right this second.
Not right now.
But the night 2 match was for the WWE Women's Championship. It was Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill. And this one did go a bit longer. You know, it went over 10 minutes. So, and for what it's worth, I was really, really enjoying this match. Like, I thought it was one of the best Jade Cargill matches that I've seen work-wise. And then, you know, it just had to all get blown up with interference and everything. And I was really upset about that. But Rhea Ripley did come out on top of this match with the Women's Championship. So we had full title changes in the women's division over the course of WrestleMania.
Is Tam the best?
Tam is amazing and incredible. And I love her.
Now, it's really got me wondering now, like, if you go to the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And it's really, like, right here on the line.
Yeah, I'd say Mercedes is in there. I would put Rhea Ripley up there just from her notoriety and everything she's done.
True.
Io, like you said. For Joshi, Tam and Julia are definitely in that conversation. It's hard, though, because there's so many women's wrestlers now that could be up there.
Saya Kamatani.
Yeah, Saya just from the last year and a half alone.
I mean, honestly, I think that if you put them in a ring together, that Azumi and, you know,
skill-wise.
Hazuki and, you know, there's so many that would belong there.
Yeah.
And it's a really interesting conversation, though.
It is.
And
I mean, Becky probably needs to be up there in that conversation.
I think we need to have this conversation later.
Okay.
I think we need to do a show.
We'll talk about it more.
Just where we really argue it out.
We really argue about all the great women's wrestlers of the past 10 years.
Yeah, sort of figure out, like, do a little ranking on each one of them and then see how we're left.
That sounds like a fun idea. Tony Storm, I mean, there's
that's the thing.
There's so many.
We have to get everything together first. We might have to get some people involved in this.
Yes. But
all right.
Before we move on from WrestleMania, though, I do want to give a big congratulations to Bianca Belair for the addition to her and Montez's family.
Brought to you by Capital One.
Yeah. Someone said, I'm surprised she didn't have, like, Infamil on her
Did you not
stomach
see
or something.
Somebody made a...
Did they?
Yeah.
They would. But before we get to actual Japan, let's talk about the Japanese wrestling we got to see during Mania week, because there was one obvious Joshi show, you know, that we watched with Stardom. We did already talk about the TJPW show on our last show because we watched it before recording our last episode. It was the very first show, basically, of the entire Mania week. So we did talk about that last time, but since then, we watched both Stardom American Dream and Spark Joshi, which was like the final show of Mania Week on Sunday afternoon.
They did a great job on Spark this time.
They did. The venue was so cute, and like the production was really good this time. I love the tunnel entrances.
Yes.
It was really cool, and they had some great matches. They had a three-way where Super P, Kaya McKenna, and Erica Damio went at it. Erica Damio won this one. She showed up a few times, you know, over the course of the week.
She did.
She had a few moments of her own.
She really did. She did a good job.
She did. In the second match, we had Brittany Blake versus Viperous versus Aya Sakura. And dude, Aya had this match won. If Danny Moe hadn't come out and interfered on Viperous' behalf, Aya Sakura would have won this match.
Damn you, Danny Moe.
But Viperous did get the win. Then in the next match, we had a tag team match where Alexis Lee and May Sarah took on Aaliyah James and Azumi. So some fun Neo Genesis versus Neo Genesis in this match. It was really obviously high speed and a lot of fun. Aaliyah James and Azumi won this match, a pin for Azumi, which was not the first one we saw that week. But in the next match, four-way match, we had Danny Moe versus Maya World versus Starlight Kid versus Natsupoi. And Maya, she just mixes right in with the Joshi girls. Every time I see them together, it's really cool. They always have a good time.
I thought Maya has really, man, she's really come along, dude.
She has.
She was always good.
Yeah.
But she's really come along into her own.
She's sort of like hitting her stride at this point.
I think so, yeah.
Danny did try to cheat. Viperous came out and tried to cheat for her in this match, but it didn't work in their favor this time. Natsupoi ended up winning this four-way match. Then for the Pacific Championship, Jasmine Allure went against Saki. Unfortunately for Jasmine, Saki did retain the title in this match. And then in the main event for the World Championship, Hazuki took on Jada Stone in a really excellent match. And Hazuki actually came out still the Spark Joshi Women's Champion, so she's held that belt for over a year now.
Yeah, well, I mean, if I had a belt, she'd be wearing it. So
yeah, that's fair. We always talk about Hazuki needing titles, right?
And honestly, Jasmine Allure is another one I wanted to point out from the week. You know, I'm big fan of her. So
yeah, we saw so many good women over the course of the week. It was so much fun. That's one of my favorite things about WrestleMania week, is getting to see all of the women we don't necessarily get to see on a weekly basis, but they're all here in one place. Unfortunately, because of the lack of live streaming, we haven't got to see the West Coast Pro or the Marvelous shows, but we did see, obviously we saw the Sanka Akatsuki stuff, didn't we?
Dude, there's nothing I wanted to see more than that show.
I know. Those 2 shows with the Marvelous girls, I was so excited about those.
Yeah.
And we didn't even get to see them live. They're not up yet, so we can't see them yet.
No, I can't wait to see them.
I know, but obviously, I'm sure everyone's seen it by this point. Sanka Akatsuki's mystery opponent for the 5-minute exhibition match was Chris Hero.
Freaking Chris Hero.
Dude.
Just legendary. I mean, you know, man, he's so awesome. And the fact he wanted to have that match is cool as shit.
Yeah.
And also Sanka getting a freaking singles match win.
Yeah. Over Aja Kong. Bringing it back from last year. That's so cool, dude.
It really is.
I can't wait to see those shows.
Dude, Sanka's, I mean, and I hate it for her, because how many people are going to go back and watch that compared to how many people would have watched that live streaming?
I know. It makes me so sad to think that there are people who would have watched that and like gotten into Marvelous if it was live.
She got over like hell last year.
She did. She was the talk of the town last year. And I think that would have been the same case this year with what happened to her on both shows.
Yeah, agreed.
So let's talk about Stardom, because Stardom American Dream, like we said, was one of our favorite shows of WrestleMania week, and they did it so beautifully. The matches were great. Everything delivered. We kicked this off with a tag team match, Natsupoi and Aya Sakura versus Brittany Brooks and Saki. And of course, Natsupoi and Aya, they have a lot of chemistry together. They tag all the time. They're cosmic angels. Brittany Brooks was a late entry into this match because of Rena getting hurt.
Big fan, man. Brittany Brooks, you know, looks great out there.
Yeah,
I think she's got a lot. You know, I think we're going to be hearing her name quite often.
I'm sorry, she was a replacement for Fua-chan because Fua can wrestle. Yeah. But this tag match was really fun. Natsupoi and Aya Sakura pulling out the win because, you know, cosmic angels.
Yes.
In the next match, we saw Hazuki, Rini Yamashita, and Suzu Suzuki versus Hanako, Maika, and Mina Shirakawa. So we got the EXV gang back together, and then we've got Mavita Loca plus Hazuki on the other side. So it was very much a mix of styles and also a little prelude for All-Star Grand Queendom. I thought this 6-man was maybe like the best match on the show, the best worked match on the show. It was very Stardom though, so it was like all Stardom wrestlers. So they did a Stardom match and it was excellent. Hanako, Maika, and Mina pulling out the win in this match. Then we had a little surprise because Taro Okada came to the ring, right? And we were all like, oh, this is fun. We're going to hear from Okada. Hi, Okada. And wouldn't you know it, freaking Tekla shows up. I lost my mind. I lost my marbles.
Yeah.
Tekla showed up to attack Okada, like, because he fired her, beating the crap out of him. And obviously we're setting up something for Forbidden Door, right? Like we talked about wanting so badly on our last show. So it was just a cool moment. The vibes were awesome. Tekla's just so cool. She came out wearing the AEW Women's World Championship. It was so cool.
It was a great moment. And, you know, the setting up for Forbidden Door, dude, I love the fact, we talked about it last time, the Stardom's on the top line.
Yeah.
You know, it's Stardom, CMLL, you know, and you have New Japan and you have AEW. And I love having that just listed there because it makes you feel that we might have 5 or 6 of them, Stardom, you know, wrestlers over on the show.
Yeah.
And this sets it up so great. I mean, the story's cool anyway.
Yeah, it's just right there. You just have to take it, the chance.
Tekla is so hot right now. She's done such wonder for her career. It's just incredible, and I'm excited about this. I can't wait to see, you know, who he gets to be his champion.
Yeah, me too. I'm so excited to see where this is gonna go and which Stardom girl ends up going against Tekla to sort of like back Taro Okada. It's gonna be fun to see whoever it is. In the next match, it was a special singles match between Rina and Athena, which we were very excited about. Athena being the forever champion, of course. But this match was really... It was amazing. Like, they worked really well together. I thought the story throughout the match was really great. And, of course, Athena won the match in the end, but Rina did an incredible job in her first outing in America. I was very proud of her.
Yeah, me too.
But, unfortunately, she did get a little hurt in that match, so she wasn't able to make the Spark Joshi show the next day, but it is what it is, right? She got to face Athena, so that was really cool. Then, I just wanted to shout out the work here on this intermission video that they showed during intermission of this show. It was a full rundown of, like, the Wonder and World title stories for All-Star Grand Queendom, complete with, like, a QR code for American fans to buy the pay-per-view. I was like, this is such good work. I'm so proud of you guys.
They really went out of their way on this, and it tells with captions, I might add, which we never get.
Yes.
But with captions, it tells the entire story, and it was so rich and well done. And,
it was.
You know, oh my God.
You got to imagine you got buys.
Listen, man, we got to get more captions.
I agree.
On the videos.
Yeah, I think it definitely helps with the international fans to have the English captions. And we've got things now like the auto-translate YouTube captions and things like that, but it's still not the same as having, like, the exact wording.
No, because you still get, like, crazy translations, like Booger Brain Bill Bart.
You do. But I thought this was excellent, and I hope it actually worked how they wanted it to, and that people in the crowd, they were like, oh, we should totally buy that when we get home or whatever.
Right.
Then in the main event semi-main event for the NJPW Strong Championship, Saida took on the champion Alex Windsor. This was a hard-hitting match. Of course, both of these girls are heavy strikers, but Alex Windsor did come out still the NJPW Strong Women's Champion at the end of this match. And then, in the main event, in a very fun six-man match, we saw Harley Cameron, Chris Statlander, and Willow Nightingale versus Mei Seira, Azumi, and Starlight Kid. And boy, was this just a good time. It was so much fun. These six girls worked immaculately together. I was so happy.
Yeah, I love this match. It was great, like you said. I mean, it was just a lot of fun. It was a great introduction for some people that might have never seen any Stardom, and they've heard a lot about it. And I don't know, whole show, man. It was quick. It was a quick hitter. It was fun. It was light. And it was good.
It went by so fast. Mei Seira, Azumi, and Starlight Kid working from underneath because they're the smaller competitors compared to like Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale, obviously. But Neo Genesis did come out with the win. This was Azumi's other pin of the week. Good for her. And she got to end the show with a big "We Are Stardom" call. And she was so cute trying to do it. She did it in English and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, "You guys know?" And everyone's like, "Yeah, we got you. We know."
Yeah, her and Hazuki both did some really good English this weekend.
They did, yes. And it's cool to see the girls really trying to like reach out to the international fans and like make more connections in that way. So the more they do that, the more fans they're going to get from overseas. I mean, Saya Kamatani's done wonders for getting more and more Japanese people into Stardom and things like that. But I think shows like this are going to bridge the gap for the international fans.
Well, I mean, that and the fact that everybody we ever send over from Stardom is incredible. Yeah. Like, you look at Tekla. Tekla was a mid-carder.
Yeah, you're so right. We talk about it every time.
and here she comes over, and she's just got the pizzazz to her.
Yeah.
You know, and that's one thing you got in Stardom. You can tell stories in the ring. Mm-hmm. You can work.
Yeah.
And it's just brutal.
You can talk on the mic usually.
Yeah,
like they're well-rounded over there in Stardom. And Stardom itself is so clogged with amazing talent that it's hard to get to the top there. But then sometimes when you come over to America, you really shine because you've got all those fundamentals already.
You got to think, like, they had Aya Sakura. Mm-hmm. And you got Aya Sakura, who also is right now mid-level, right? Mid-card. But they were talking about how many matches she'd had this year, you know, and it's
the most out of anyone.
That's the thing, though, is you're not going to have, 50 matches by April.
Right. In America.
In America. You're going to get to work once or twice a weekend.
Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah. Normally.
Yeah. The Stardom girls, I mean, they have 2-3 shows a week usually. So sometimes more depending on the time of year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I totally agree. It's just cool to see more of them in America, and I'm so excited for Forbidden Door. And I kind of hope that they maybe explore doing just a Stardom show in America, like outside of Mania Week, and just kind of doing their own thing at some point, because I think it would draw huge, especially if they brought over like a lot of the roster.
I think having a mini tour, and the thing is, I'm with you. I don't want there to be any Americans on it.
Yeah,
because it's great having the mix, but people need to get the full Stardom experience. You know, that's one of the things I whenever we go see New Japan in America, you know, you have the mix with other people. I like it when it's like you're getting the full experience.
Right, because you want it to reflect the product they're going to see when they tune in to Stardom World when you're back in Japan. Like, you want them to see what you can do on a normal, everyday basis. So just having a full Stardom show in America, I think, would be incredible. And I would buy tickets immediately and do absolutely anything to be live at that show, front row.
There you go.
But now we're going to move on over back to Japan, because just last night we had our final show before All-Star Grand Queendom. This was the Stardom Korakuen Hall show on April 23rd. There were other Japanese shows this week, or over the past weekend, that we wanted to watch, specifically 2 Marigold shows and a Sendai Girls show that look incredible, but because of the whole video on demand debacle and everything like that, they weren't released until literally today. Yeah, so we did not have time.
There's time constraints on this. We have to get the show out so we can preview the pay-per-view.
Yeah, like we didn't have time. So we are going to watch those and talk about them, but we needed to get this up. So we're going to talk about Stardom right now. And this show at Korakuen Hall kicked off with a tag team match, Matoe Hamabe and Kyoko Katatsu teaming up against Ane Kanaya and Momo Kogo. So this was a cool little pre-show match, and there was a lot of kind of focus on Kyoko versus Ane near the end, which I thought was really cool. I'm always like, every single match now, I'm like, this is the one Ane's gonna win. It's gonna happen here, and I'm gonna keep saying it until it happens so that I'm right.
I thought that Matoe and Kyoko had some good chemistry.
They definitely did. They make a really cool little tag team, I thought. Kyoko actually won this match for her team. She tapped Ane Kanaya out with an ankle lock. So,
and while I'm thinking about Kyoko Kotatsu, you know, somebody else in that same vein, I got to watch something, and you haven't seen this yet, but
no, I have not.
Our kickboxer 1 foot girl there, Mona Kimura, had a win at K1 Genki 2026 on April 11th. I watched it, and it's from Tokyo. It was amazing. She did use her foot mostly again.
Yes, another win for her.
Yeah, so it's just one of that again. We need to do a crossover.
Emphasis on kick in Kickboxer for that one. Yes. She's so fun to watch just because she's so outlandish.
Look it up on YouTube, guys.
Look up Mona Kimura. You won't be sorry.
Yeah.
In the first main card match, we saw Fukigen Death, Ruaka, and Natsuka Tora versus Miyu Amasaki, Mei Seira, and Starlight Kid. So this was kind of a little prelude to the tag team match at All-Star Grand Queendom, but Azumi's busy later in the night, so it was just Miyu here. So we got to see a little bit of that, but it was actually Mei Seira on her birthday with the win over Fukigen Death. She rolled her up for the pin, and she was just like a bundle of light and joy. She was so happy about it being her birthday, and everyone out here yelling happy birthday to her and everything. We love that kind of camaraderie in the Joshi world. In the next match, we had a 6-man, Emma Maishima, Rion, and Aya Sakura versus Tabata, Rana Yagami, and Hina. And this 6-man had a little prelude in it of its own. Of course, Emma Maishima will be taking on Rana Yagami for the Future of Stardom Championship at All-Star Grand Queendom. So we did get to see a little bit of that matchup, which was really cool. It was Hina with a jackhammer on Rian to win the match after Rian tried that silly roll-up of hers that we keep thinking that she got rid of it, but she still has it apparently.
Quit using the move, Stone Cold.
You don't need the one where you flip over the top of them. It looks silly.
It's terrible.
And it never works. Just get rid of it. Just cut it.
Stop it.
In the next match, we saw a 4-way tag team match where Waka Tsukiyama and Xena took on Azusa Inaba and Rina, and Lady C and Tomoka Inaba, and Hazuki and Koguma.
We have to point out the big point here. Lady C doesn't have the back tape anymore.
She's not wearing the back tape. Like, right after we mentioned it, like, people are going to think we're crazy.
I mean, we first noticed it was missing. She was not Where was she wrestling?
Oh, it was at an indie that Black Mask guys indie produce show. She was there with Waka, and we were like, "What are you guys doing here?"
Yeah,
it was crazy.
But she didn't have the tape on. We're like, does she just wear the tape at Stardom?
Yeah.
And this time she didn't have it on. Which, dude, she's had that tape on for years.
Literal years. Like, we were worried about it for a long time, but maybe her back's just all better now.
Yeah, maybe so.
Maybe she feels good now.
Shut up.
It was crazy. But obviously the one like true mega tag team in this match, Hazuki and Koguma, were the ones to grab the win. Koguma hitting that 120% schoolboy on Waka to win the match.
Good stuff.
In the next match, we had an 8-man where Saya Ida, B. Priestley, Hanako, and Maika took on Akira Kuragane, Itsuki Aoki, Rini Yamashita, and Suzu Suzuki. And this was a prelude for the hardcore match.
Dude.
Coming up at All-Star Grand Queendom.
Fucking B. Priestley. B. Priestley is the stiffest person.
She really is.
There was several times in this match I thought she took somebody's soul out of them.
Yeah, poor Akira, honestly. She took the brunt of it.
I mean, she really did. I mean, there was some just, and she always has a smile on her face.
No,
like,
she's sadistic.
How you doing, schmack?
It's so funny with her in Stars because every time she gets in the ring, she like kills people.
Yeah. Anyway, it made it entertaining for me.
It did, and Akira did try to fight back, to her credit, but it didn't really work. B did hit her with the plan B to win the match for her team, and after the match, Rini Yamashita and Suzu Suzuki got on the microphone and they told Hanako and Maika, they're like, this is already a hardcore match, but Rini Yamashita had an idea to add another layer to it with a theme.
Yes.
So now this is a theme hardcore match.
Yes.
And do you know what theme she chose?
Yes. What was it?
This will now be a Drunkers Clash hardcore match. The reaction from Hanako and Maika when she said that was so funny.
I listen, man. Again, we've said it a million times. We don't deserve Rina Yamashita.
When Maika pushed back on her.
How did we talk about Mania Week without talking about Rina?
I did mention her in the death match.
But what she did in the death match.
Yeah, because she's crazy.
and the fact that she is maybe the deathiest death matcher of all death matches. And she's just so amazing.
She is.
In everything she does. But her delivery, guys. Her comedic timing.
She's so funny.
It's something that people study and try to learn and try to have. And normally, you either have it or you don't.
Yeah.
She is just so funny in this post-match.
They had a sign they taped together out of paper that said the theme on it.
When they went crazy when they announced it, and Rini Yamashita's like, I've already made up my mind.
She's like, it's already been decided.
Yeah, she's like, it's already been decided.
She's just so deadpan about it.
Just like there was no discussing it.
Yeah.
Because she's decided already.
Yes, because Maika was like, this doesn't seem fair. We didn't have a chance to talk about this. And Rena's like, it's already been decided.
Yeah, sorry.
But obviously, Rena's like, we like alcohol. You like alcohol. Everybody's going to get alcohol. I don't know what they're going to like. If they're going to bring like bottles of alcohol to this hardcore match and like hit each other with them. I have no idea.
I hope they just get trashed beforehand and make it like an indie-rific.
They're out there like stumbling around and stuff. I don't know, but I'm excited to see it because, I mean, Rini Yamashita in any match, but especially a hardcore match, as well as Suzu Suzuki.
Yes.
Sign me up. Immediately.
It'll be great. But then, they were not prepared for what they were about to see.
I don't think anyone was prepared for what happened in this match. So this 6-man match that came on next, Yuna Mizumori, Sariano, and Natsupoi took on Kikyo Furusawa, Maki Ito, and Fuwa-chan. So just right off the bat, 2 glorious teams of 3 people in this match. But there were 2 pieces of focus here. Sariano and Fuwa-chan. Obviously, Fuwa-chan is very adamant to get Sariano to notice her and to take her seriously before their singles match. And Natsupoi and Maki Ito, who have been at odds since Maki Ito joined the company and have had a very extensive battle over Maki Ito's Kawaii of Kawaii title, which Natsupoi hates more than anything and has destroyed multiple times. And if you didn't see it, there was a clip online during Mania Week where Maki Ito's walking down the road and she stumbles upon the giant star she made in the road burning. It's on fire and her face is just hilarious in that. So we're in this match, right? We're just having a normal match. Just a good old time. Natsupoi and Maki Ito going at it. And Natsupoi knocks down Maki Ito and goes to the top rope, presumably to hit the Pharaoh gift and end the match. But as she climbs to the top rope, the lights go out. And we didn't know what was happening at first.
I thought the power went out.
The commentary was like, what? What's this?
Yeah.
And then the big screen turns on. And in fades a picture of the burning star with a pair of lips, like Rocky Horror style, right in the center. And it's like, Natsupoi, why did you burn me? It hurts. It's so mean. I'll never forgive you. And it was the most uncanny, hilarious thing I think I've seen in a while.
And Natsupoi finally, Natsupoi sold it.
Oh my God.
Finally, she sold something in this because she's sold the shit out of Maki Ito.
Yes.
And this was so great because finally she was just like, oh my God.
She was horrified.
Yes.
She's still on the top rope, like
Yes.
holding her face, and she's like, she feels so guilty now.
Yes.
And that allowed Maki Ito to get the upper hand. But that moment was so unexpected and so funny.
I'll never get it out of my head.
That star talking to Natsupoi. Oh my God.
Just the voice and everything. Natsupoi, why did you burn me?
And then Maki Ito smiling like a maniac after the fact.
Dude, and we've talked about her facials before, but Maki Ito, her facials, her timing.
She's amazing.
She does stuff with her eyes
Yeah.
that people can't do with their entire bodies.
Yeah, she's so good at the like acting part of everything.
Yeah.
And Natsupoi here was excellent as well. So this match ended when Yuna pinned Kikyo Furusawa after hitting her with a devastating lariat. But after the match, of course, Sariano's trying to leave and Fuwa-chan's chasing after her, trying to get her attention. And also, Natsupoi is still just beside herself about this whole star situation. She's just freaking out. And I don't know how that's going to come into play when we get to All-Star Grand Queendom, but I think Maki Ito found her weakness.
I think you got it. It's going to be fun, dude. It's going to be really good.
It's one of the matches that I'm looking forward to.
I'm looking
the most.
forward to this whole card.
Me too. So then we get into the semi-main event where we had Saki Kashima and Shiri versus Azumi and Momo Watanabe. A couple of things here. This is Saki Kashima's final match in her pro wrestling career because she's not having a match at All-Star Grand Queendom. This is it for her. She's teaming with her best friend and protector, Shiri, against Azumi and Momo Watanabe. Momo as from Queen Quest fame. Just like Momo coming in just to have a match for Saki Kashima in the first place, and then teaming with Azumi. Like, everything about that on every level is insane to me.
It was incredible. I went nuts, obviously, about this, and I think a lot of people did that, want to see somehow Queen's Quest
good old days.
Yeah, come back in some way.
Yes.
It was a nod, and it was awesome, and they even had a few little moments of teaming up.
They did. So this match was so good. Saki in her brand new white gear for her final match looked incredible, of course. And Saki actually did most of the heavy lifting in this match. We did have some Shiri moments, but Saki Kashima, she goes in first against Azumi and ends up pinning her with the Kishikaise right out of the gate, less than a minute in. Classic Saki Kashima finish. But it was actually Shiri who pleaded to Okada to restart the match because I think she didn't want to end her run with Saki Kashima as a tag team early. Right. She's like, no, we need to have a proper match. She's begging Okada. She's getting the crowd to chant Muay Kai, So they do. They restart the match, much to Saki Kashima's disappointment. She was like, I was done. I finished it. But she had to go at it again. And there were some crazy moments in this match I was not expecting, such as Saki Kashima doing an avalanche Hurricane Rana to Momo Watanabe off the top rope.
Yes.
I did not see that coming. Then there was a fun moment where Saki was in the corner and everyone from Hate got in the ring and ran into her. And then Momo ended up in the corner and everyone in God's Eye came in and slammed into her as revenge. So that was really fun. And then we saw some Azumi and Momo tag team moments, like they did a move out of the corner on Saki and things like that. And this is after they've been like beating on each other the whole match, despite being partners. They like tag each other in, kick each other, and throw each other out of the ring and things like that, which you expect, right?
Yeah, of course.
Then we got to the pinnacle of the match. Barb Sasaki got knocked out, and Momo Watanabe gets her bat. We haven't seen that bat in such a long time. I was kind of excited about it. She was going to swing on Saki Kashima, but Saki moved, and Azumi was behind her, so Momo paused for a brief moment. Then she tried to hit Azumi, because of course she did, and Azumi stopped her, took the bat, and threw it to Saki Kashima. So Saki was able to hit Momo Watanabe with the bat, and then Azumi got on the top rope and did a double foot stomp to Momo Watanabe, which allowed Saki to eventually get the win with the Kishikaise and win her final match. And of course, it's very emotional. You know, she thanked Momo Watanabe for fighting with her till the end, and she thanked Azumi for supporting her all the way till the end. And of course, she had a big thank you to Shiri for always being there for her. She said, "You're a very interesting person."
Very soft thing to say. And it was worrisome. Saki could be just acting and selling. But the way she moved around in this when she was trying to run and she's trying to move and stuff, as beautiful as a moment it was troubling because, you know, I know she's probably leaving because, you know, she's had a lot of injuries. It seems like every time we had her on a tour or something, she would get injured, and it was happening a lot. I hope there's nothing more serious wrong. You know, I don't want to speculate on that, but she really seemed like she was having a struggle.
Yeah, so this match went over 10 minutes, which is unusual for a Saki Kashima match in this day and age, and she was in there the majority of the time. She did seem like she struggled a little bit, especially after the match. She seemed like she was having a little trouble standing up, which is understandable after such a long match, but she did tell everyone, she said, I don't have any more energy, just enough energy left for my retirement ceremony. So
and I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the retirement ceremony, and hopefully we get a couple surprises to come say goodbye.
I hope so. Even in like video form. Like it would be cool if people would put things aside just to let people say goodbye to Saki Kashima.
There's one in particular I'd like to see that just started on the same day.
Yeah. So I think we all would love to see that if it's at all possible. Yeah. But I guess we'll see on the day.
Not with all the stuff that's went on.
It's probably not. But Nanai Takahashi did show up. Yes. So you never know.
You never know.
You never know. That brings us to the main event of this Korakuen Hall card, where Hanan and Sayaka Kurara took on Konami and Saya Kamatani. So this was really cool because we got a prelude for the Wonder and World belts that is not in like a 12 or 14 man match. It's just straight up 2 versus 2. So it was really cool to see these teams go up against each other. Of course, Hate did a lot of their normal chair throwing and things like that. There was a moment that I think a lot of people really loved where Saya Kamatani went for her springboard off the top rope to the outside, and she almost fell, but she didn't. She caught her balance while standing on the top rope. How crazy is that?
Yeah, man. Come on, she's a queen.
Yeah, so the end of this match, Konami tried to bring in the spray paint while the ref was down, but Sayaka Kurara tried to help Hanan out of that situation and ended up accidentally drop-kicking Hanan. Fortunately, it didn't lead to a loss because Hanan was able to avoid the spray paint entirely and line Konami up for Sayaka to hit her with the Tokimeki Spear, and then Hanan hit Konami with her backdrop suplex hold and pinned her for a big win heading into All-Star Grand Queendom. And then after the match, we had a really nice moment with all of the challengers for Hate's belts coming into the ring, including O2 Line, came in, and then they let Cosmic Angels and Stars all come into the ring. And it was kind of like a big, this is our moment, we're on top, we're going to take down Hate and save Stardom kind of thing. And then we did our We Are Stardom to end out the show. But overall, just a really great Korakuen Hall card, a great go-home show for All-Star Grand Queendom.
I agree. It was awesome.
So, do you want to talk about this card?
Yes. That's what we've been waiting for.
This is what we're all waiting for. All-Star Grand Queendom on April 26th. We have 13 matches, 3 pre-show matches, and 10 main card matches.
This is going to be one of those 6-hour jobs, guys.
For the big show. Yes, I'm so excited. This is our WrestleMania
It
right
is,
here.
yeah.
So the pre-show matches, we have a singles match between Aya Sakura and Kikyo Furusawa.
So I think that Aya absolutely wins this.
Yeah, it kind of feels that way.
Yeah.
We will have a tag team match between One Kanaya and Akira Kuragane versus Matoi Hamabe and Kyoka Kotatsu.
Do you know what's happening in this match? Because I do.
One Kanaya gets her first win.
It is, yeah.
Probably over Matoi, if I had to guess.
Yep.
Maybe Kyoka, but
No, it's going to be Matoi.
One Kanaya is getting her first win at All-Star Grand Queendom.
Yes.
And then the third pre-show match is a high-speed 6-way battle. So we will see Yuna Mizumori versus Momo Kogo versus Lady C versus Tomoka Inaba versus Xena versus Tabata. And you got to imagine someone's going to pin Yuna and get a chance at the high-speed title out of this.
I think it'll be Tabata.
Tabata would be so good.
Yeah.
I want to see her in a high-speed title match.
I think it'll be Tabata.
I know we've seen Xena recently pin Yuna in the past, so I don't know if they're going to continue with that story, but Tabata would be a cool
Yeah, I'm
win.
booking now. Tabata's going to win.
Then we kick off the main card with our special singles match between Natsupoi and Maki Ito. And now Maki Ito's in Natsupoi's head, so it might not be a great night for Cosmic Angels.
I think that with the story, the way it's going, establishing stuff, all this stuff, I think Maki Ito has to win this round.
Yeah.
And then you come back and...
Maybe get a little respect out of it.
Yeah.
Just a little.
I personally think Maki Ito wins this.
I think so too. I think it makes sense for her to win over Natsupoi in this situation. Then we will have a gauntlet tag team match, and the teams that are competing in this match are Saya Ida and Bea Priestley, Hina and Ami Sori, Mei Seira and Starlight Kid, Hazuki and Koguma, Rian and Waka Tsukiyama, and Azusa Inaba and Rina. So I have a far favorite in this, that being Mei Seira and Starlight Kid, but FWC's in there, so it's really hard to beat them in a tag team situation.
Yeah, you got to look at this. This is definitely going to be a number one contenders type thing.
Yeah.
So we're pretty sure tag titles are going to change hands.
You would think, yes, to O2 line.
Yeah, later in the night. So what would be the best O2 line matchup that would be interesting?
There's a few. I mean, Mei Seira and Starlight Kid obviously would be interesting.
I think that's it.
Because of Neogenesis.
Yeah.
I mean, Azusa and Rina would also be really fun, but I don't know if they'd be able to make it out of this gauntlet alive.
Yeah, FWC would be great, as always.
Yes.
But it's between FWC and Starlight Kid and Mei Seira for me, because I would like to see the Neogenesis battle for the titles.
I would too. That would be so cool. In the next match for the Future of Stardom Championship, Rani Yagami will be defending against Emma Maishima, who won the opportunity in the Rookie of Stardom Championship tournament.
Great chance on a main card to give the future title and give Rana a chance to establish her, being a great champion.
Yeah.
Give them a good 10 minutes of match. Mm-hmm. And I think this will be a great match all the way around, but Rana's going to win this.
I think this is definitely her second defense of the title.
Yeah.
I think she's not done with it yet. In the next match, we have our second special singles match where Fua-chan will take on Saori Ano. And it's tough because Saori Ano did give her a secret, maybe a secret way to kind of get a step up in this match. Fua-chan has been taking things a little more seriously lately.
I think that personally, this is one of those incredible matches where Fua-chan earns the respect. That's the win.
Yeah.
Is earning the respect, but you even imagine Saori Ano's got a bag of tricks that's a mile long.
Yeah, I imagine that Saori Ano's probably going to win this match, but I think it's going to be a great showing for Fua-chan.
Yeah, matter of respect.
Yeah. After that, we will have our retirement ceremony for Saki Kashima, which we're all going to cry during. Not just me.
Yes.
And then we head straight from that emotional moment into the Drunklers Clash hardcore match between Hanako and Maika and Rina Yamashita and Suzu Suzuki. What a emotional roller coaster that'll be.
So it's a specialty match for Rina and Suzu.
Yes.
Which would make you think that usually you win your specialty match. But
usually.
I don't know on this one. I think that we all win.
Yeah, I think so too. It's hard because we had the whole unit battle, which Mavita Loca won. So this could be a chance for Hanako and Micah to sort of get one back on them.
Yeah, they don't have a unit, though.
They don't. So I don't know what happens here. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I probably would pick Rina and Suzu just because this is their match.
Yeah.
And they have more experience in the hardcore realm than Hanako or Micah.
We shall see.
Then we get into our 4 big title matches, starting off with the IWGP Women's Championship, where Shiri will be defending the title against Megan Bayne. Holy crap, that match.
For Forbidden Door coming up,
Yeah.
I would think Megan Bayne wins this belt.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
And then loses it at Forbidden Door.
Have a few defenses in between now and August.
Yeah.
That would be so cool. To see Megan wearing that title, she is kind of made for someone like her. Like, it would look great on her.
I mean, I think for sure that would be really cool. I don't know what's going to happen with it. Shuri's had a great run, though.
She has. And last year at All-Star Grand Queendom was the first time she won the belt off of Mayu Iwatani. So you never know. She might have a great night here and win against Megan Bayne, but I think it would be really cool to see Megan, like, bring it around America and everything for a few months until it goes back to Stardom.
Yeah, because it's going to be June for Forbidden Door.
Oh, June, right. It's the end of June.
Yeah.
You're right. So right. I'm used to the August timeline for some reason.
I just had to check when you said that. I was like, I thought it was my birthday week.
It's June 28th. It's almost August. No, that's almost July. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm all backwards from Mania week still. In the next match for the Goddess of Stardom Championships, Ruaka and Natsuka Tora will be defending against Miyu Amasaki and Azumi. And there has been talk and hearsay, not really hearsay, they've said it themselves, about Miyu at least showing up with a new look to this match.
Yes.
So I think O2 Line definitely have the best case for winning the titles here.
Crazy night for hate, dude.
It is.
It's a big change, but they're going to lose those belts.
I think so too. I think O2 Line definitely get the win in this one, but I've said that before. So
This is different.
In the semi-main event for the Wonder of Stardom Championship, we will see Konami versus Hanan. And I think we're all united in the fact that Hanan has to win this belt here.
Hanan has to win this. I agree.
Yeah, because ever since September, Konami has been a thorn in her side, took her out of action for such a long time, ruined her big night at the Cinderella tournament. Hanan needs this win, and she needs to be white belt champion because she's made for it.
Yes.
And then in our big main event this year for the World of Stardom Championship, Saya Kamatani will take on Sayaka Kurara. If Sayaka wins, she gets the red belt. If she loses, Cosmic Angels has to disband. We've talked like up, down, and sideways about the possibilities of this match.
We have. What do you think now?
I don't know. I still don't know what's going to happen. It feels so crazy to say that Saya Kamatani's going to lose the World of Stardom Championship. It shouldn't feel that crazy to think that someone would lose the championship, but it does.
I don't think Saya Kamatani loses.
It's so difficult.
I think that it's the end of Cosmic Angels, and I think that builds a huge story. Mm-hmm. Because when they lose and Carrara did what she did, it's a lot of weight on her.
It is.
And, I still think that Aya Sakura might play a big part of this. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm usually wrong on the heel turns, but I think that would be an interesting one. I don't think Kamatani loses this. I think this is the one that retains. Mm-hmm. But who knows? It could be the craziest thing we've ever seen.
It would be, too.
It could be so many crazy things. So there's so many avenues you could go. Mm-hmm. I just don't think that Saya Kamatani loses this match.
I don't think so either. It just feels so out of the realm of possibility for Sayaka Kurara to win here. But I know once we're sat there watching the match, there are going to be moments of doubt in both of us that Saya is going to come out the winner of this match. And I love that feeling. I love not knowing what's going to happen and having so many possibilities. But there are a lot of people who feel like Cosmic Angels kind of died along with Tam's career. So maybe it's time for Cosmic Angels to be put to bed once and for all, and then something new to be born.
Yeah, it would be nice. They need some new ones anyway.
Yeah, we're desperate for some new factions. There's too many people just floating around out there right now.
I don't know. Need a home.
We need new homes for everyone. But next time you hear from us, we will be in the fallout of All-Star Grand Queendom. Like, that's crazy to think about. Next time we sit right here to record, All-Star Grand Queendom will have happened, and we will know everything.
I'm excited. I can't wait.
I'm buzzing with electricity.
I can't wait to live tweet it. I can't wait the whole 9 yards. It's going to be an incredible time.
Yes, so make sure you're following us on X, especially at Cult of Joshi, because we're going to be tweeting the whole time. And this is going to be a long one because it's All-Star Grand Queendom, and there are always crazy things that happen at this show. So I'm sure we might see some like debuts, we might see some returns, we might see all kinds of things when we get into this. But also follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Cult of Joshi. Subscribe to the Cult of Joshi YouTube channel. If you listen on YouTube, give this video a like. Comment below, what are you most excited about for All-Star Grand Queendom? What did you watch over Mania weekend? And what were your thoughts about that? We love to hear from you guys. But for now, that's all we have for you. I'm Raja. He's John. So long from the Cult of Joshi.
Bye!